My wife are in serious coordination right now because, as you can see in the background, laser pointer and kitties. This is going to be a terrible... Well, this might be an amazing additional thoughts for the weekend on FM, but I'm going to end up staring at what's behind me the whole time. How about this? No, we're not going to talk about music. We're just going to make a video of watching the kitties chase the laser, okay? Okay, here we go. Oh, it's fun. It's good fun. Okay, seriously though. Seriously, I guess no. I'll make it a separate channel. We'll have a kitty channel. Additional thoughts. The weekend, Dawn FM. This will actually be probably fairly quick. I don't have a whole lot of like detailed things to say other than I'm really, really enjoying the weekend. I have a note to say top 3 songs first because I always forget to mention my favorite tracks. Number 1 for me off this album is Take My Breath. That's my favorite track. For number 2 on that list would be Less Than Zero. I like that one a lot too. And I think third, probably How Do I Make You Love Me. I like that one quite a bit too. But overall, I'm really enjoying the album, really enjoying the weekend. And I think it was during After Hours, maybe it was additional thoughts, I can't remember exactly. But I remember mentioning how, for me and the weekend, one of the reasons I'm having so much fun is because this is the first time I've gotten into pop. Like, I've never explored pop. I've never allowed myself to listen to it. I've always been the music snob of, it's just for the masses and whatever, right? Back not too long ago, well, I guess it was over a year ago now, probably, listening to Thriller, Michael Jackson's Thriller, and going, oh, okay, yeah, this is cool. And then what was there's another one that was kind of pop lane-ish. And I started to realize, I'm enjoying this. This is fun. Much like a kitty chasing a laser pointer, listening to pop is just good old-fashioned fun. Not everything has to be complex and all the things that I love about music. I think it's fun to just kind of take a step back, dance to the music a little, and enjoy yourself. And so with The Weeknd, I'm certainly having that. And The Weeknd being a big star, it makes it double fun for me because I feel like I'm kind of shoving some of my music snobbery down just a little bit, which is nice. But then additionally, with this album, After Hours a little bit too, but more so with this one, because on this one, he really leaned into that 80s aesthetic, that 80s sound. And I remember kind of being a hater. Actually, I shouldn't even say kind of. I'll just own it. I'm a hater of the 80s. Hater. Not a huge fan of the 80s. There's some songs that are cool, of course, but just never was really into the sound, both in like the hair metal stuff, but then like never got into Depeche Mode, never got into The Cure, never got into Tears for Fears, all that. Like, it's just, there's a lot of stuff from the 80s I never really got into. And so it's double the fun for me to both get into a pop artist and enjoy pop and just enjoy, right? Don't have to have anything else to it. Although Dawn FM does offer more. But also kind of revisiting an 80s sound that's been modernized a bit and just enjoying it. And I've got a trip coming up, so I've got this massive playlist I've been working on, and I threw in some shit from the 80s. And it's like, oh yeah, this song is kind of cool. So a lot of fun for me. The Weeknd turning my opinion on certain things that, with hip-hop and this whole channel and going through hip-hop, wandering off a little bit and checking out some pop here and there, it's a fun little accident to discover I'm okay with pop as well. So far. I obviously haven't checked out everything, but so far, yeah. What else do I have for notes? So going forward, we got the third album coming soon, it looks like. Something else that I've enjoyed about After Hours and Dawn FM is the fact that there's an album coming, and I'm excited for it to release so that I can learn more about the album's story. And I think that's literally a lifetime first for me. I have never, that I can recall, never been excited about an album coming out so I could find out what happens in the story. That's never happened. And not that this trilogy story arc is the most complicated thing, but this isn't fucking Lord of the Rings, right? Obviously, but
That's not complicated.
I'm not going to repeat what she just said. Not that she said anything awful, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that as like a little Easter egg. So if you guys want to try and figure it out, you have to go back and listen real close because you'll probably be able to hear it.
So much hate.
Oh, no. You won't because you're right. Well, actually, that's for you will get hate because you are right. No, but it's cool in the sense of he's got a story arc going on. It's very straightforward, fairly general, easy to understand, mistreating somebody that you love and then the relationship breaking apart and then finding out that you're still in love with them and then you become friends and then in Dawn FM they're kind of coming back together again and then it's leading to more heartbreak and he's fucked up and she's fucked up and all these different elements. But what has me interested is, I guess I don't have Instagram, but apparently on Instagram he changed his icon, his profile icon, and it's a different face. It's a younger face, and apparently he shifted from Weeknd to Abel and stuff, and so he seems to be hinting at or implying this rebirth or the end of the Weeknd or maybe a combination of the two. And that is interesting to me because, I can only imagine what kind of life he has lived in terms of temptation and fame and women and money and drugs and all this other stuff and how that alters you as a person and how it affects your relationships and stuff like that. And so through the 2 albums in this trilogy, he's done such a great job of creating a visual aesthetic to express how he's felt. And then he ties in this storyline that's going with it too. And I'm really just curious to see, okay, where is he now? How does he come out of this whole thing? And how is he as an artist? How is he as a person? Not that it will necessarily be that specific to him, but obviously his life experiences are feeding into this album and this trilogy. So it's just fascinating to me, and I love it because I always feel so badly when tortured artists make incredible music and we love the music, but somebody had to suffer for it. But what's even better is when the tortured artist goes through their arc and then they come out healthy and better and stronger at the end. That's kind of the win-win right there. So that's what I'm hoping for. It seems like he's in that place, but I don't know a lot about him. I don't follow him very closely. Which brings me to my last note. This will be the first time on this channel I'm going to participate in an album rollout. Now, I don't know what that's going to mean in terms of what he's doing. I don't know if it's going to be a couple singles and videos and stuff like that. Basically, what I'm saying is if he releases videos, I'll do reactions to the single videos. And then if it's before the album comes out, which I'm assuming it would be, hence the rollout idea, obviously, I'll only listen to the song the one time during the video reaction, because if a couple weeks go by, if I don't hear a song a couple times, I tend to forget it. And then that way the reaction for the album is mostly intact. And yeah, I guess that's it. Overall, man, just enjoying Dawn FM. I had one other note. Is this my favorite album from the Weeknd? I kind of want to say yes, but I almost feel like it's a recency bias as well. When I was thinking about it today on the drive home, I realized, honestly, I've just enjoyed all the albums about the same. Like, if you were to force me to pick, I don't know which one. I really, and that's another thing that gets me so excited about the Weeknd is, so far all the stuff I've heard from him, and all, in my opinion, in my mind, it all kind of exists in the same tier. Like, it's just consistent, very consistent. So, man, I'm looking forward to this third one. Will he stick to the 80s sound, or will he come out of that? That's another thing I want to see. I want to know what happens with in terms of his sound. Does he evolve his sound? Because if I were to nitpick, I would say he's pretty much existed in a pretty similar lane throughout everything I've heard so far. Some stuff gets a little darker, obviously. Some stuff gets a little bit more poppy, obviously. But generally speaking, he's been in this lane that he occupies extremely well. But will he break out of that? Who knows? I don't know. I don't necessarily expect him to, but if he does a little bit, I'm okay with that as well. Okay, there you go, y'all. Yeah, good times. I have to laugh, too, because I still get messages. Are you done with the Weeknd yet? Enough Weeknd. Sorry. I like him. There you go. That's all there is to it. So there's more coming. You know, with other albums, what is it? Starboy, and there's another. Those are pretty low priority now. I'll go back and listen to the ones I skipped over a while from now. Until then, I'm just going to focus on the new release and then basically back into the hip hop lane. And yeah, there you go. Okay, y'all. Take care. We'll see you soon.